Hi there, and welcome to another video. This video is called trolling. Now, I made you other parts to this. You know, this is the first part. Obviously I won't put part 1, but if I do other ones called trolling, it'll be part 2, part 3, etc. And I've been experiencing quite a lot of this in the last probably month, or but I experienced that a few years ago, and it is regular that I experience trolls because trolls comment on things that they don't know anything about. Trolls are people, sad little people, that if you go against the narrative, they support the narrative, and because you've got a different opinion, they will attack you, call you all sorts of names, because you don't fit into their narrative. I had a troll today, and he was so annoyed that he started messaging me because I had a different opinion. That's the thing. And and if you think of it, that's how the system controls society. What they do is they control the sheeple, and they get the sheeple to attack the others that aren't following, that aren't conforming. And the madness of it is the sheeple think you're the crazy one. Like that troll today I had called me a sheep, and I says to him, I says, well, I'm not the one that's conforming to this to governments and politicians. Regarding the masks, it's only politicians telling us to wear masks, not doctors. I watch doctors every day, pretty much regularly, on YouTube. One of them I watch is retired, Dr. Vernon Coleman. I watch Dr. Andrew Kaufman. I watch Dr. Batar, Dr. Shiva, and others. That I watch this other doctor, but I can't remember his name. Some I can't remember their names of. But I watch so many doctors, and some like nurses and that, and none of them agree with the masks. But and that's the thing. You might get the odd one that believes in the mask, but they're just following the narrative. You see? And they're either following the narrative because they're getting paid, or they're following it because they just think it's true. Because it's like society. Like I say, you get the sheeple and you get the ones that are more awake. The sheeple are the type of people that criticise government before the pandemic, and then criticise it and criticise everybody for not wearing masks, and hide behind their politician. I had a lassie troll yesterday who says to me, oh, this has been disproved about the masks. No, it's not been disproved. No, it's not been. If it was disproved, then doctors wouldn't be saying it. It hasn't been disproved at all. It's common sense to see that if you cover your nose and mouth, you're going to breathe in toxins. This is just basic common sense. Cover your nose and mouth right now. Do it right now and breathe. And you'll notice you'll be you'll smell your own breath. That's because that's the only thing that you can breathe in. Right? So it's not even the sheeple say things like, oh, show me the science. It's not even a science. It's just normal or common sense to see that. But the trolls, like I say, I'm getting insight now into flat earthers. I'm not a flat earther, but I'm not even into conspiracy theories. I'm not even talking about conspiracy theories. I'm just repeating what doctors and experts are saying. And yet, to the trolls, that's crazy. But obviously I do my research. But what are the trolls? What are the trolls going to say in 30 years' time when, if this Agenda 2030 gets their way? What are they going to be saying in 30 years to their children or to people and younger people that they did when the World War III was going on, which is a spiritual war right now? The war that's going on right now against humanity, that's World War III. What are you going to say, you trolls, then? Right? Because you will be the ones that make this happen. You trolls that troll people like me, you troll doctors. You know more than doctors, do you? These trolls will be the reason why this vaccine becomes compulsory in it with everybody. Because what they're doing is they're pushing for that agenda, but they don't know they're pushing for that agenda. I don't think the trolls are getting paid, but I just think they're brainwashed. And they're so programmed that when you're so programmed at that level, when you observe the trolls, they will insult you because it's against their beliefs. It's really a case of being locked into your tiny perspective on reality and not being able to look at other opinions. This is a problem, and it's a lack of intelligence. Because if you can't see from another angle, then you're very narrowed down with your intelligence. It means you've got a limited intelligence. When we expand our awareness and look from different angles, we expand our intelligence. Because intelligence is awareness, consciousness. And you got to ask yourself, how do you feel when you're being a troll? When you're triggered in that moment and you're reacting like you are, how are you feeling? How are you feeling afterwards? If you start to understand that you're triggered because of something within you, then you can start to heal it and you'll feel a lot better on the internet. I just don't see a point in trolling decent people online. They're trying to make a difference. What I'm doing is, I had an unexpected spiritual awakening just under 10 years ago. I'm not some conspiracy theorist or anything. I'm not even talking about conspiracy theories. I'm talking about real theories. Real truths that doctors are saying. Do you know that COVID-19 has never been isolated properly? This is what Dr. Andrew Kaufman says. But the sheeple would attack you for saying that, even though it's true. They didn't, and isolation is as they try to tell you, but they think that you don't know what they're saying, you see. And so you don't understand. What they did is they mixed it with other genetic fluid, but you've got to properly isolate the virus. That's what Dr. Andrew Kaufman said, and they haven't done that. There's supposed to be different stages that a virus has to go into to be considered a real virus. And according to Dr. Andrew Kaufman, they never did that. But the trolls, the sheeple, wouldn't even know this. Because if they don't even do research, but even if they did, they don't understand. The system speaks in a language that they're too stupid to understand. And they wouldn't they wouldn't research deep enough. They don't even do research at all. If they did, they wouldn't argue with you when you're just saying stuff that doctors are saying. But that's what's going on just now. We've got a narrative. And what this narrative is doing is it's dividing people. And this is the game that I talk about a lot. Divide and rule. We're always seeing it, because that's how the system controls society. By setting us against each other. So it's division instead of unity. And the trolls play their part. When I had this unexpected spiritual awakening, obviously I went in a path, then I now know that I've got to spread truths, but I can't guarantee that Agenda 2030 won't happen, because with these trolls, they will help make it happen. And there's a lot of them. right? They don't even know what they're saying. They don't even know if it's true what they're saying. And there's bunches of them. So the system has them on their side. There are some people waking up, but the trolls they're a big help to the system. And getting this injection to everybody, which modern vaccines contain such technology called hydrogel, which is a component in modern vaccines that is to do with nanotechnology, AI. And the point of it is, I watched a doctor the other day saying it, and she was saying that basically this technology will be like, you'll be thinking things and it'll be AI telling you these things, not you. And it's not a sci-fi movie, it's reality. That's what the doctor said. And according to this doctor, she said that the components they're using in this new vaccine have never been used on humans before. Right? And I'll repeat that. The new COVID vaccine that they're working on are using components which have never been used on humans before. And it takes 10 to 15 years to create a new vaccine, not a couple of years. But the trolls will argue with you no matter what you say. You know, I'm an admin of a group, and I had trolls today attacking me on a group that I'm an admin of. But I don't really go. I usually just stick to myself. I don't really go in much groups because I know that that's where all the trolls go. But just like David Icke says in one of his interviews on London Real. Now, every time David Icke does an interview on London Real, it's the biggest live stream in the world. And he said himself, he said, what are people going to say? And, like I said earlier, when this is all over. Because believe you me, when you're all programmed to AI, everyone, including the Sheeple, will be complaining about it. But there'll be nothing you can do about it then. Because you'll already be connected, your DNA, you're now controlled by the AI smart grid. And this is what they're trying to push. And if you're a troll, you see, I'm not saying this to frighten you, but people that have experienced near-death experiences have said that we all go through life review. So everything we're doing in this reality is recorded because it's a simulation. And I've seen people say it who had near-death experiences, and we go through life review. So everything that you're doing now and thinking is monitored, and you will be asked why you did that. Because deep down, this is to the trolls now, you know that what you're doing is wrong. You'll feel it that what you're doing serves no purpose apart from supporting the narrative of a system that couldn't give two shits about you. They want you dead. That's what they want. They want you dead. They want the population down to millions, not billions, millions. And Agenda 2030 is just part of that. And the rest of humanity controlled by the AI. Not to make you superhuman, but it's to make you subhuman to AI so that you're repeating whatever the computers are saying. And remember, the internet is censored. That's what the AI goes with, the internet. And they're censoring the internet more and more. That's limiting the information of the AI. So therefore, when you're connected to it, you'll have very limited knowledge. That's what the Black Lives Matter movement is about. Deleting your history. David Icke predicted this 30 years ago. That's why now people want to listen to him. People don't want to listen to the idiots anymore. They want to listen to the awake people. And where humanity goes from here is all about us waking up or not. That will decide the fate of what happens in this World War III that we're in right now, which is a spiritual war. And I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates and videos and news, etc., please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you for watching. One last.